Nintendo released most of their NES games worldwide. Capcom released the majority of theirs, but Konami actually kept more in Japan than they brought west. Of course, it does even out a bit when you take the West-only games like Mission Impossible and The Lone Ranger, but still. And another Konami would-be classic that we never got back then was Getsu Fuma Den. You play as Fuuma, the last of 3 brothers, who goes to hell to vanquish Ryukotsuki and avenge his brothers. To do that, he needs to get the 3 parts of the Hadoken. No, not like Street Fighter. This Hadoken is a sword. The game is split into 3 parts: the overhead overworld, side-scrolling action stages, and 3D mazes. Actually, the overworld is pretty maze-like too, and every time you come across one of these gates, you have to go to a side-scrolling level. And backtracking means going through them again. There's a leveling system going on in the background, as the more enemies you kill, the more powerful your attack gets in time. Long time. Enemies drop souls. Yes, Japanese souls do look like that you can grab for health, and there's a lot of different items you find both in stages and in shops. It would take too long to go through them all, but some notable ones are the rock sword, which allows you to break blocks for alternate paths and secrets, which is very important, the taiko drum, which shoots a projectile, and the top, which lets you do a screw attack jump that you can abuse because you're invincible while it lasts. The dungeons are dark until you buy a candle, just like Zelda 2, and while Konami tried this before with the first Goemon game, and actually had a map there, here you don't get one. Also, unlike Goemon's dungeons, there is combat to do here. I think the game looks quite good for 1987. The color palette is varied and so are the enemies. The overworld music is great, and the other songs aren't bad either. It is annoying though how hard it can be to hit an enemy and not get hit yourself at the same time. This was never released outside Japan, but Fuuma did appear in other Konami games, starting with the 2 YY World games, Poppin' Music and Castlevania Harmony of Despair as DLC. Then, out of nowhere, a new game was announced for release in 2021 if you count early access, called Getsu Fuma Den Undying Moon. The Famicom Getsu Fuma Den got some flack back in the day for being very similar to Namco's Genpei Tolmaden. Same red-haired samurai, same hell voyage, same varied gameplay, although in different ways. Interestingly, Genpei Tolmaden did also get a Famicom game later, but it was a board game. In any case, this is one of Konami's better Japanese-only Famicom games. See you in Japanese hell.